I bought this ready to pour set on Amazon, and you can find the link down below, and I think it was a great starter kit. This is Fluitrol. You know, I'm new to this, so I looked up and they say that Fluitrol will make your pour much smoother. What actually create the sounds that I'm looking for is this silicone pouring oil. And I also have this gloss pouring medium. As the name implies, it has a gloss to it, and it's going to make my base layer. This is the color mixing wheel. We all are familiar with this wheel, so it's a good addition to the set. And I have these mini shot glasses. No, I'm kidding. And these cups are for 30 milligrams, so 1 ounce cups. And these are the mixers. And I have plastic eyedroppers here, and I'm going to add my water with these eyedroppers. These are mini paint stands. This way my canvas will stay up high from my desk, and I have the mixing cups, and they're up till 230 milliliter, which is great. It's 8 ounces. And I have the plastic palette knife set here. I don't know where I'm gonna use it. I don't think I'm gonna use it today, but it's nice to have, you know. I already have a palette knife set, so this might be a good addition. I already had like this acrylic set at my home, so I didn't buy a new set because I have still so many colors in there. I have magenta, purple, and this green, and this is gold. I also have this bright yellow and white color. These are for painting. These are not for crafts, so probably I will have to add a lot of water to make it much more suitable for pouring. And these are the gloves that I had from pandemic times. It's great. They came in handy, and they have this kind of powder in it, so I don't sweat much. So awesome. Let's start. I'm ready to get dirty. Okay, don't take this coat and use it somewhere else. Okay, I have this 30 milliliter cup, and I'm going to pour Fluitrol for the half of it, and the other half I'm going to add water and paint. So I added my Fluitrol already, and I'm adding my paint. As I said, it's pretty solid and it's not flowy at all, and you can see all my antennas right now in the camera. Sorry about that. And I'm going to add some water too, so that it becomes more flowy, and 3 drops of silicone oil. 3 or 4 drops isn't more than enough. Here you can see the consistency of the pour. You can see it's pretty flowy, and I think it's ready. It's not that viscous, so that's what I was looking for. And I'm going to prepare now all of my colors one by one. They're all going to be 30 milliliters or 1 ounce color pour. So I'm adding again the oil, the color, and the Fluitrol, and also water. This is how I use my eyedropper tool with the water, because I wanted to make sure I'm not adding too much water, because then in order to balance it I had to add more paint, and that's just like never ending loop. I didn't want to go into that. And my mixing sticks are a little bit big for these little cups, so it was kind of difficult to mix them, but hey, it's fun. I tell you this, guys, if this is your first time pouring like me, just do it for the joy of it. Don't overthink. Don't be afraid of failure, because you know it's going to be beautiful anyways, and it's going to be fun anyways if it doesn't turn out beautiful. So my colors are right here, and I just add in each one of them the same material, same chemicals, and with the same amount, so that I'm going to have more consistent result in the end. And this is my final paint. It's the white one, and now I can all mix them. While actually adding them to my cup, what I was more careful about was not to use the complementary colors one after another, because once they mix, they can create muddy colors. This is why I think having color wheel in this set is a smart idea. For example, if you mix green with purple right away, then you might have some really muddy mixture in the end. So I tried to add purple first, and then yellow, and then I added my green. After that, I added my gold color, and on the top, I'm going to add my purple and white. And I have this scarcity mindset, so I don't like to leave any paint in any cups. So I literally cleaned every cup till the last drop. So I have all kinds of weird mixtures right now. And these are my mini paint stands, and I placed my canvas very carefully. When you're placing these stands, please put them in the very corner of your canvas, because otherwise it creates these little hills, and that kind of affects the consistency of your pour. I'm adding the base. It's basically white color plus water plus the medium, and I added a few drops of silicone oil as well. So this is the consistency of my base pour, and I'm just pouring it. And I think honestly, if you just use the medium, that should be fine as well without the white color to it. But I'm new to this, and I just didn't want to take any risks. And after I poured somehow equally at every inch of this canvas, now I'm going to tilt it and try to cover all the blank spaces on my canvas with this white medium. Now as I lift it up, you will see that I have bubbles, and people use heat guns to kind of pop up those bubbles. But I didn't buy a heat gun because I'm new to this, and I'm just like, hey, that sounds a little bit too professional to start with. But if you have a heat gun, please go ahead and use it after, of course, the pouring is done, after the end stage, not right now. But I tried to pop those air bubbles right now with my finger, although it wasn't very successful. It kind of worked, so it's better than nothing, I guess. I think my base is ready right now, and I'm going to pour. There are so many pouring styles. There's Dutch pour, there's, I don't know, kind of swirl pour and stuff like that, but I'm going to do flip cup because, I don't know, it sounded more fun to start with. And as I said, I'm going to have fun today. I'm not looking for a very advanced result, so why not? Let's have fun. And you can move your cup around like this, and if you want, you don't have to, of course, you can just lift it up right away. I just wanted to, again, as I said, have fun. So I moved my cup all over the place, and here you can see the result. Now I'm going to tilt it in every direction, like in every corner, so left top corner first, and then left bottom corner second. And as the cells start to create, as you can see from the magenta part mostly, I like that, and I want them to get bigger, so I'm not going to lose them, of course. I just want to get them larger and larger, so I am tilting towards left, and this way I will be able to make those cells bigger. The sad thing is, I want to keep every color that I put in the cup, but I know that I can't, because as I pour them, they're just disappearing, as you can see. For example, this gold color at the bottom doesn't look very nice. It's just like a whole lump of solid color. There was not... maybe I forgot to add silicone oil there. Maybe that's why. But hey, it's still gold color. It's still beautiful. And I'm going to maybe tilt towards more to the bottom, so that I'm going to get rid of that gold color and have more of those larger cells of magenta and this turquoise kind of blue. And I tried to blow, as you can see here, and it's just terrible. It just didn't create any structure that I was looking for. And I think I'm gonna save this blowing thing to my next acrylic trial with the pouring. But for now, I think this is really fun, guys. It's very, how can I say, eye-opening, because as the geometric shapes started to form, I feel like I have more power to create even more. But then suddenly with one tilt, it creates something magical, and I didn't even think about creating that shape, and it works perfectly. On the other hand, what I wanted to create was not there. It was just gone completely because I tilted too much and the whole paint was gone. So that happened too. One thing I suggest, make sure that the sides are kind of completely covered. If you forgot to cover it, if the white of the canvas is showing, you can always go over it with your paintbrush and you can use the paint from the desk, whatever poured on your sheet or your whatever poured on your tablecloth. You can use that excessive paint. And also, again, you can keep tilting, you can keep shaping them until the paint is dry. So this gives you a great window, because this is not going to be completely dry until after 24 hours. For example, you look at the left bottom corner. I didn't like that. I didn't like how it looked, so I'm tilting it towards that direction. I'm just lifting up my painting almost 90 degrees up so that all the paint from that left corner flows into that direction. See, it's gone. Now I like what I have more. Yes, I like the yellows. I like how the turquoise looks. I like the golden lines around there. Like, it almost looks like a lava flow from a volcano, don't you think? But I also wanted to kind of make those middle cells larger, so I'm just kind of tilting just a little bit towards this direction, so that I'm going to maybe have more flowy look. It's done, guys. I think it looks good. Now it's time to clean up both my face and my desk. This is the dry result. After 24 hours, it was completely dry, and you can see that, of course, it lost its shine a little bit, but it's still pretty shiny, and the colors didn't lose their vibrancy at all. They look gorgeous. They look even better than, if you ask me, when it was wet. But you can see how glossy it was when it was wet, and when it's dry, you can see that the linen is showing because it absorbed all the paint, so it's not as glossy as it looked. But you can always make it glossy with a varnish afterwards. And I like how gold shows off here. It just, there are many mini gold flows in between, and I really like those cells in the middle. It almost reminded me of Yellowstone. But you can see the air bubbles here. You can see there's an air bubble here. There are 2 air bubbles here. If I had a heat gun, I think I would have popped those, you know, at the end of my painting and then let it dry. Then I wouldn't have these bubbles. And the painting can be in any direction, but I like this direction the best because it looks like a dragon breathing out fire. I kind of liked how it looked in this direction, but you know, this is an abstract painting, so you can either use it this way or that way. You tell me, which one did you like most? If you found this video helpful, guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. See you later.